geeks. So stop in the chat box and say hello, and listen in wonder to the Craig and Tizz show.
Guten Morgen.
Oh, hello to you.
How dying it is the XRPs.
Oh, welcome to this XRP. We will be speaking the entire show in these voices, so please enjoy.
I feel like you've committed me to something that I wasn't ready for, if I'm being entirely honest with you.
I've been doing that for years, my friend.
No, I'm always not ready for any of this.
That's exactly the plan.
Well, we've already ruined that promise.
Well, true that, and it's only been on for 3 seconds.
3 seconds, but 3 seconds is an amount of time. Did you see what I did there?
No, not a bit.
You didn't, because the topic's about time.
Oh, you're about time. I forgot. Silly me. I forget the topic of our own show. Please excuse me.
Occasionally, when I'm busy and Craig's busy, Craig finds out the topic of the show when he logs into Facebook next and reads the promotional status about it.
Well, you see, here's the thing. When you live on opposite sides of the globe, you know, he puts out messages like, well, I'm asleep like 2 o'clock in the morning for me. And it's like,
messages.
Oh, here's what he came up with. You know, I don't know.
Let's go back to messages.
Messages.
He sends the messages to my phone.
Your phone, and he says, hello, old man, here is what the topic is for the today. And then I go, oh, that's bloody brilliant.
Sometimes.
So today is about time.
It's about time.
Time. Yes.
Time. And we've just took up some of yours. I'm sorry about that.
Can't give it back to you.
But time in music, there are many things. The time of day, time of week, time to release, time to do gigs, time to release your music, time to not release your music, Craig.
I knew he was going to be starting on this, but so early in the show, I am surprised.
Also, the amount of time it takes us to complete things and the amount of time that it takes us to decide we're not doing those things either. So time is big in the independent world and in the creative world. Quite often we're trying to compete with mainstream timelines and releasing our music at the same time as others. I realize that quite a lot of people were worried about our database issues because this last Friday was a very big time. We had a lot of submissions, new music coming out for Friday, ready for this weekend, ready for the start of March. That's a whole big thing. It's big in the industry as well. It is normal for, you've probably seen quite a lot of music from your favorite artists, big artists, come out over the next kind of month or so, or it may have already came out. But why do we compile?
Compile?
Yeah, I don't know what word I was looking for.
Why do we compile?
Why do we do these times? Why do we follow the times that other people are doing? And why do we gig at Halloween? Why everything? So we're going to be talking about all those whys during this show. We also have hot picks from
this week's hot picks are Late Cambrian, The Sun Mahshene,
brand new.
Craig Allen Hecht. What?
Brand new. I was just saying brand new to the songs that were brand new.
Brand new Late Cambrian, brand new Sun Mahshene, brand new Craig Allen Hecht. Then Zander Parks, the Nigel, Purcell Trio, Katmandino, and 3-2-1 are today's artists.
So it's all
so there you go.
We'll also be playing music from those that are chilling with us in the chat box throughout the rest of the show. And hopefully we'll get our usual friends and foes. Not
friends and foes.
Join us.
We make it Wrecker, who does not play games.
Wrecker don't play no games.
Wrecker will be playing no games, man.
We'll see how it goes. We're just waiting. I've got a ding Where did the ding come from?
You've got a ding. Don't you hate when you get a ding and you have no idea where it came from? Just like out of thin air, you get a ding, and it's like, does that mean the oven's preheated, or my pizza's ready, or my phone's messaging me, or what does that mean exactly? What is that ding?
I'm pretty sure it's not a preheated oven, but it might be. Might be one of those.
Can I ask you why that keeps coming out at about 125 decibels?
I think that's just for you. I need to.
It's just for me. Everybody else in the world doesn't get their head blown off when you do that.
It's just special for you. I need to. There's a lot of work that still needs doing in this studio. This whole visual thing is a whole extra sound card's worth of work. Let's put it that way.
Okay, I understand.
Should we start off with a piece of music?
Well, how about this brand new Late Cambrian track?
That sounds fantastic. I do love Late Cambrian.
Yes, this track is amazing. It is called How I Bleed.
What kind of volume is that coming at you?
It's nice. It's low.
Just right.
I can still kind of make out what's happening. Yeah, because that's the only problem. When we do this on the stream, I don't quite get the sound quality, actually. Well, I'm not. It's not the database or the web feed, but
it's literally what's coming out of mix, but it goes back into the desk, and then whatever one stream does.
Yeah, it can be a little bit garbled on my side, but that's okay. Is that clavinet in there? That's pretty great. It's like superstitious. Pretty Stevie Wonder-ish. Who plays clavinet anymore? That's really cool.
Funky as hell, isn't it?
Yeah, funky as all hell.
It's like Beatles went funky.
Yeah. Horns too. So hard to believe the years that went by, looking for the light in your eyes, and now you fall.
Yeah, but I off the promo thinking Daylight Savings was this week, and then it wasn't, so I had to go back and.
Yeah, we turned the clocks over on Sunday night, or no, Saturday night or something. Increased Decay is spending practically every night here. Wow,
they're a very good band. Very good.
I have yet to meet them.
Oh, we might have to play some tonight. Right? You'll be impressed.
Yes, I need to be formally introduced.
We were very impressed.
Cool.
Sunday.
It's so hard to believe the years that went by, looking for the light in your eyes, and now you
Carl is a bit of a fun rocker.
However, there are many interesting programs. Well, my friend, this is not one of them. There has to be a clinker in the bunch somewhere. Boy, the psychedelic 1968 guitar solo.
The only thing that I wish it had was a little bit like.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I could tell you what that sounds like, but you'd never get the reference. Too old.
You never know with me.
There was a song called "American Woman" by the Guess Who.
No,
Back when I was a kid.
I'm too old about it.
Solo sounds just like that. Same tone.
Very.
Wow.
Late Cambrian, how I bleed here on XRP Radio, brand new from them. They're good. They're good. And there are cats. There are cats every now and then on XRP Radio.
They're funky like a monkey.
Funky like a monkey.
Funky like a monkey.
Let's talk time then. Let's talk time. Craig, when it comes to time, what to you? What's the most important? What is critical in music when it comes to time?
That is a pretty deep question. You're talking about the duration of a piece, or time as like in a song, or time like in releases, or
time.
See,
you could go for the kind of bass note key point of all music, and you could have just ruined the whole conversation by saying Ming.
Timing.
Oi.
Here's the thing, okay? My sense of time is different than you all's sense of time.
Wait. I mean, when we're saying sense of time, are we talking like seconds, minutes, hours, years, months?
No, my friend. I'm talking
like 1, 2, 3, 4.
No. The big picture, the big global in the universe. Time.
Yeah. So like a year to you is
nothing.
Less than a year would be to me.
Right. Because I am old. I am ancient. For me, time means nothing because I'm retired. Therefore, I'm not bound by time. I get up when I get up. I go to bed when I go to bed. I eat when I want to eat. I sleep when I want to sleep. Time is just a construct.
I understand the form of time is a construct, but so I know when you're young, every single second seems to be way longer, and you wanna
it slows down
every second to the best, because if you don't use it,
Correct.
You're really fucking bored.
Correct.
However, I'd expect you've got more time in effect to use per day, but not to be morbid, but the finite amount stretching ahead of you may make you feel like you have less of said time.
Matter of fact, I saw this is maybe TMI, but I saw my new therapist this morning, and I talked about the age I'm at now. I feel pressure to get more accomplished because I realize now my time is finite. I don't have as long as a lot of you young guys. So I have to look at, especially music. I still have a lot of things I have to say. I still have a lot of things I have to get out, and I got to hurry up.
See, I was going to say, is this why you're desperate to get out? Because quite often, Craig often uses my knowledge and consultation of what I know is the normal process in the music industry, shall we say?
The normal process.
And I'll go, what should I do with this? And I'll go,
I ignore it.
Yeah. And it's usually based on when should I release this and how should I release it? And I'll be like, well, we need to spread it out a little bit. And then all of a sudden we've got 5 albums from Craig uploaded.
No.
That's an exaggeration. That is an exaggeration.
When all I have to do really with my day, our theme song talks about Craig lives in the studio in the USA. It's pretty well accurate. My job every day is I come down here, I punch the clock, and I get to work. I work writing music. Okay. So I have a bit more, time to do those things as opposed to those who have a job and little children around the house and whatnot. I don't have those problems. Not problems, but you know what I'm saying? Problems. Yeah, Cat agrees with me. Problems. Yes. But because my children are very old. I have old, large children now. I have to worry about that stuff, But so I probably release stuff way quicker than most people. I mean, I know bands that release a song a year.
Yeah.
Which is fun.
I've always thought like when you go to release a song, when you go to release the next one, when you're like, I've made it, let's get it out there. I want you for the next one to go and do some promo on your last song instead.
Really?
Yeah. Just for one. When you're like, oh, got the next one out, I'm gonna put it out. Put all that effort that you put in, that you'd normally put into releasing that one, and redo the last one you did instead.
Like kind of like to remind people it's still there.
Just share it, yeah. Not even remind people, but let people like. So say you've posted a social post about your latest song, and you've got I don't know off the top of my head, but say you've got 200 followers on Facebook.
Yeah, something.
Only about 20 of those followers have seen it. So the next time you post it, it could be a new 20 that have never seen it before.
So what you're saying is give each release a chance to breathe.
Yeah, always. Not just give it a chance to breathe, but allow it to reach its full audience. We all sit here and we're like, I posted a post on my page and I have 500 followers, but it only got shown by 100, and Facebook is shit. And it's like, no, Facebook isn't shit. You just got to keep sharing it.
You keep at it. Yeah, you made a really good point. Generally, when I release something, I tend to have a big release thing. Here it is. Here's this brand new thing, and then that's it. Then I go, what?
When you release a song, I see it everywhere for 3 days.
Yeah, then it goes away.
But everywhere I go to a group, there it is. I go to the XRP page, there it is.
Right.
I go and check the XRP downloads, there it is. I go and speak to my best friend Craig, and I go on his page to click that little message button. There it is.
There it is. Well, to be honest, I'm kind of tripping over my own feet now because I just dropped that Magnus the Melodramatic track, and now I got a brand new one that I just released last weekend. So I'm kind of like actually stumbling over myself now. So yeah, I got to learn to slow down a little bit. I do have some other projects in the works that are going to take a little bit longer, but I am still releasing tracks off of Nook to XRP, but I'm still trying to space them out, Otherwise, my original idea was to release a track off of Nook, a new track every week, which is probably too
intense.
quick.
That's intense.
Yeah. Well, it's only got 6 songs. It's only an EP, But to be fair, some of the songs are like 2 minutes long too. So,
Yeah.
So
I mean, shorter songs need even longer to breathe.
Yeah.
In my personal opinion.
That's a valid point. Anyway, I'm kind of reading the chat.
Say if we played Captain Midnight and the average listenership, the quick listenership, not just like you, me, the Wrecker, etc. Those people that sit for hours, but the average listenership is quite quick. It's 5 minutes on, 5 minutes off, right?
Right.
Now, if you play something like Captain Midnight and 10 people come on in that 10 minutes period, there's more likelihood that they're going to catch a bit of Captain Midnight. Whereas if it's like Henry Smeg and the Twats 10-second song, they've got this very brief window to be able to catch it.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So yeah,
I do.
Shorter songs definitely need more time to breathe because they need more chance to be able to be caught on whatever point of contact that they've got. Hello, Rekka, what up?
Rekka don't play no games.
So
yeah, cool. Yeah, that's very wise, actually. I mean, I don't know if you want to shift over to the conversation about how long should a song be. Man, there's a whole conversation. I mean,
again, like it's an awkward one because it's based on industry standards now. So obviously that kind of 2.5 to 3.5 minute song is more likely to be accepted by a wider, I wouldn't say a wider range, but a larger amount of radio stations or podcasters or interactive broadcast producers, whatever you want to say it. A shorter track, if you send someone a 20-minute track and they do a half an hour long show, probably not going to be able to get it on there, or it will be a one-off special. As Craig knows, the less long shows, like I used to do 4 or 5 hour long shows, so we could have a couple of Captain Midnights and half the Cluckzilla album. These days, those things are more relegated to host really needs the toilet last minute. if we're honest.
Well, it's true. It's true. I really think, though, it's a matter of what your mission statement is. I mean, are you trying to write singles? Are you trying for airplay? Then obviously you got a time constraint there. You guys know me. I don't worry about that. To me, a song will tell me how long it needs to be, and I give it the requisite time it needs, and then we release it. And if it's a 14-minute prog track, well, then that's the way it is.
Yeah, I mean, it depends what you want out of it. Like, if you're a 14-minute long prog band kind of track, track making instance, then you're probably going to want to do some kind of radio edits of it if you want to get it out there. If you want it on the popular places that most people grab their music from. If you're happy to just let it back, I mean, Craig, you know that if you made a 30-minute long track, we'd play it at least once here.
You would.
You have that benefit of that knowledge. So, and if you're happy with that being the outlet of it and the people responding on this kind of platform being what you get out of it, and you're happy with that, then yeah, damn well do that. And if you want to be like, I want a place, and it depends how stubborn you are as well, really. If you're going to be, this is a track, this is how it is, so deal with it. I'm not going to cut it because people need to listen to the whole thing. Then, and you're open to that. You're like, that will mean that less people will listen to it.
Right.
Fine. If you want people, now the other side is you could do a shorter version of that would bring people to the full track,
like a radio edit.
Yeah, if you put it out everywhere and you let everyone know there's a fuller version of the track, then you might be enticing more people to listen to that full version. So it depends how pedantic you want to be about it, really. If you're like, that's it, this is how it should be, no one should listen to it in any other way than this, then that's up to you. But if you want to be, I want more people to listen to the full version, then allow yourself to have a few edits. And 90% of those people will never hear the full thing. But is it worth it to you to have those 4 or 5 more people that will go, oh, let's go to Spotify and check out the whole thing?
Well, we kind of ran into that problem with the Cluckzilla album, because when we, you and Booms helped me release that. And the problem with Cluckzilla was that the whole thing's told a story. You needed to listen to all 10 songs in order. Now, if a DJ would play it out of order, just the one song, it kind of ruined the whole thing because you didn't know, you heard lyrics, but you didn't know where it fit in the entire larger picture of the whole album. But the whole thing was a soundtrack for a movie that existed in your head, basically. Yeah. So that kind of messed that up.
I mean, I tried not to look at it like that because I, like the first time, my favorite childhood show, I've said this millions of times in this show, it was Robotech. Now, I think the very first time I started watching that, it wasn't like episode 1, season 1. It was right in the middle, and I was like, this is okay. And I kept watching it. And then, as did things back in the day go, they just rotated it. So you ended up back at the start and back, So I found it, if you can be a little bit more open to where you're going, like it's not often that people watch things unless you already know it's coming out. You're never going to watch things from episode 1. It's a little bit different now, I guess, with Netflix and that. So you'll find out about something and then the whole thing will be there. So you will watch it from episode 1.
That's very true. Yeah, definitely.
But back in the day, I was so used to picking up a new, especially anime series mid-season, and having to wait until Dragon Ball Z, Pokemon, those two were on constant repeat. They just got to the end and went back to the start, got to the end on all kids' TV. And I'd say all of those I found mid-season. So I wouldn't say it ruined it. It just, you had to have someone that was like, I like this, so I'm going to stick with it. To go with it. I mean, I can't remember who it was, but it was someone in that 80s crowd, like Booms, Ross Henderson, Liquid Ink, that kind of group of people, Ambo Jitsu.
Right.
But turned around and it's been quite interesting. Like, I haven't listened to the whole album, but it's been quite interesting to hear a track here, a track there, and put it together myself.
Yeah, I get that.
So it's all different walks of life, I guess.
I mean, I've actually made songs submitted to XRP that had different versions, because I couldn't decide. I mean, I think after Scott passed away, I wrote Just Be Love for him, which was one of the last songs he did lyrics for. And I had a full band version, and I liked that. But then I thought the lyrics were good, so I just did like an acoustic guitar version as well. There's 2 different versions of that song, and one's much longer, and that worked out well. You know, I mean, whatever presenters played on XRP, that's what they played. But
And
maybe
a bit-
changing this.
I was going to say on the gimmicky side, you also did the Snow White one, Spibbity Bobbity Boob, and the other one that went
Snow Black.
that Snow Black.
Yeah, which was the whole shtick with that was it was the same drum loop on both songs, but the instrumentation, one was heavy and one was more funky, But I was going to comment, I'm not going to tell people out there how to release their music. That's not part of my job description. But when I see bands dump an entire album on XRP at the same time, like pop like 10 tracks, then I'm thinking this is really cool that you got it all out, but you don't know if you have like a certain song like you want the presenters to play, you're not going to know which one they're going to hit and which one they're going to play, which one. So it's kind of like you throw them all out there at the same time, hoping that, I hope you play the really good one. I mean, how do you?
Yeah. I mean, we've always, especially with Submission Sunday, like the point of that is we play everything blind, so there can be absolutely no bias in the track. And we send out the email saying you will have a live review of this, and there's going to be 2 DJs that have complete opposite opinions. And you will have some critique, and you will have some good feedback. You will have some positive feedback, but it will be how it is. So yeah, if you've sent in a track and I've just so happened to have picked like the interlude in the middle, which I have done before, that's something to do with what quite a few people, when they come into radio stations, they don't do what they do with social broadcasts, online shows, or podcasts. If you're invited to a podcast, you tend to pick your 1, 2, 3 big tracks. You approach a website with an upload platform, and you just hammer everything on it. And I find that quite weird when people go hyper into their back catalog as well. Like what you could do with these platforms, what I'd love is, put a few of your old tracks on and see how the audience deal with it, and then start introducing some new stuff, and that stops your back catalog from just being put in the bin. You could just come to us and put your best brand new single on. But if it was me, I'd come in and go, here's some of my old stuff. I'm just feeling the water, seeing what you think about it. Next week, I'll upload one of my tracks from last year, see what you think of that. And in a couple of weeks, I'll upload my latest 3 track. Yeah. But I've got a brand new track coming out in a couple of weeks. So you could lead up to our release with what you've already got. Instead of just spamming it, hammering everything on, you could go, right, I've got a new track coming up. These 3 radio stations seem popular. I've got a new track that I'm going to release in 2 months. So leading up to that, I'm going to do some of my old stuff, and people are going to be able to visually and audibly see my progression.
Yeah, that's a really good point. I think, didn't the Bogman used to have a segment in his show? It was like he'd play 3 songs from an artist.
Yeah,
he had a name for it, but it was so cool because he would play an older song, like one of their oldest songs, and like the brand new one and something in between, and you really got to hear how they had progressed, both like in production and composition, and just how much better they had gotten. That I found that really interesting. I like when he did that.
It's cool. It's quite a hard one because quite a lot of bands will turn around and go, we're so much better than, like, they don't want, and with a little bit of a ADHD world, shall we say, you could tune into XRP, hear that one band's old track and go, oh, that's a bit shit, and see you later.
So I think we did a show one time. I think like you, me, and Booms was in the chat box, and I think we talked about, let's each play one of our really old songs that never gets played that we're embarrassed of. And we did that. That was fun because there's some really old crap that I don't want anybody to hear, but XRP's got it,
Done in the right way, it can be fun and it can be a little window. It's a hard thing to balance because, like, say if I started doing that in the middle of Submission Sunday and we get a high volume of new listeners, first-time listeners during that show, it wouldn't sit well and we'd lose potential returns.
Right, correct.
Whereas late night, as I used to do when you know, tagged went into 2 o'clock in the morning time and I start bringing out my old library of tunes,
Yeah.
there's a little bit different, and it becomes a little bit more of a music share because it's the loyal, regular, hardcore, we're going to stay to the end listeners, and we're literally like, oh, play one of mine. Oh, this is a really old, I've just sent you one to your email. Don't play it anywhere else, though, because it's terrible.
Right.
You know, it works.
Yep.
Looking in the chat box, we had a few things going about time. The self-titled record track is going to be 7 minutes long. It's going to be a definitive, shall we say, album track, but will get played live. Steve said we should have a shorter version doing live, but wanted to drop the last verse, which would the story would mean the story had no end, I guess.
The never-ending story. Okay.
It's always the issue with a lot of radio edits. You can't really edit lyrics. I would agree that. You can take out like a repeated chorus, but you can't take out, especially in a story told piece of music, you can't do it. So mostly radio edits get rid of all the atmospheric stuff at the start and the end, and possibly half, or get rid of the solo. I guess when you're putting stuff out mainstream radio, you want it to be short, sweet, catchy, and easily consumable. Unfortunately, the mainstream consumer of catchy, happy music doesn't like a big solo in the middle of it. They don't care that you're a good guitarist. They don't care that you're a good drummer. A good quick fill speaks a lot more to the mainstream consumage listening than 32 bar solo.
Yeah, true that. I think, I mean, guitar
I've seen
solos,
people skip through solos to get to the rest of the song. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's sad. As a guitar player, it makes me sad.
It's kind of come back to breaks now and kind of bridges and stuff like that. Let's get it done in a little 4 to 8 bar segment. Let's show off what we can do, but let's get on with the track, kind of thing. It is sad because, but you see a lot more, and it's a lot harder to get into, but you see a lot more of these stage performances by very good musicians. You see a lot more. There was a period where you had, like, you know, Thingy Satriani and Steve Vai and whatever. They just do a performance on their own on stage as a guitarist. And then I'd say kind of late 90s to 2010, 2015, that really wasn't much of a thing. And I'd say I've seen a lot more of that now recently coming back out, where like it's either a guitar led or a violin led, bass led, or whatever it is person that are also somewhat of a conductor almost. They're working a rock orchestra style setting based around their instrument, kind of like, you know, the Pistoriuses and the Marcus Millers of times gone by, and it's cool to see again.
Yeah. I mean, when I was a kid, I used to go see Van Halen back when they first came out. Now, I liked the band just fine, but for me, the best part of the whole show was Eddie Van Halen would come out just by himself, just the guitar. He'd just sit down on the edge of the stage and just play. You know, you don't see that kind of thing anymore. Just, here's what I know how to do. Here's this. You know, you just don't see that anymore. It's just not a thing in the current climate. You know,
I mean, going back to time, stage time even is shorter. I remember days working with like an open jam band, and it was just like, yeah, you can have another track, yeah, you can carry on, yeah, you can go on, and like, you know, the sets were closer to the 45-minute hour mark, and now you see bands doing like 4 bands do a 20-minute set, and then you've got your headliner.
Oh, for sure. Back when I was playing the clubs, you know, we'd do like four 45-minute sets. Like nowadays, it's like 3 1-hour sets. You know, and that's a lot of work up there, boy. That's pounding it pretty hard.
I mean, but from an independent band, when you get in like 20, 25, 30-minute sets, how do you choose what to play?
That would be hard.
You know, not just your songs, but, you know, like, especially in your early days, you've got to chuck in a couple of covers here and there. Just
sure you do.
You know, that's what, especially early days. You know, people are going to remember and be singing the covers on their way home, and then go, "Oh, and they did their own song. That was a good song." But you've got to have something to kind of earworm people, I guess, to start with.
Oh yeah, yep.
But like, yeah, how do you pick what to do? How do you pick? You know, do we do our monster long 10-minute song, but we only do 2 songs? You know.
Yeah, that's definitely hard. Well, you know how it is. Set lists are always hard. You know, especially if you have like 4 or 5 guys. Well, I want to hear this. I want to play this. I want to do this. It's always, that's been an ongoing thing forever and ever. You know, it's just the nature of the beast.
I have to say that set lists with me were a lot more free flow. I can't deny. Oh, headphones.
Yeah. No, back in the day, I had a band. We'd play a song, then we'd all look at each other. Well, what do you guys want to play next?
Yep.
You know, and this is why you have a floor full of dancers looking at you like, well, play something, you idiots. You know, what do you want to play, Bob? What do you want to play, Steve? I don't know. And they're like, hurry up, huh? Yeah, that was very unprofessional, but yep. Anyway.
Yeah, I'm confused at that sentence. We've got 45 minutes at Bonfest, so not gonna do Wrecker.
He means their brand new 7-minute song record.
Oh, right. Okay, yeah. Got you.
So Wrecker is this?
I thought that was like, we've got 45 minutes. We haven't got enough music, so we're just gonna be a Green Day tribute band.
Or do you mean you're just no, hang on, Tizz. I think you're right. So are you saying, record, that you're not going to do any record? You're just going to do AC/DC and do Bon Scott songs? Is that what you're I mean, which is fun. More power to you. I get it. It's Bonfest. I understand.
No,
I don't. Is that what you mean?
I think you were correct.
I mean, now is a 7-minute song going to talk about how Wrecker means you guys are Vikings and you came from across the sea on boats? So there's going to be like wave sounds and seagulls, and, you know, it's like anybody else in this station has never done seagulls before, but you know,
yeah,
but no, it's going to be this big atmospheric thing, you know.
No, it's going to be drop D guitar just straight from 5-3-0, and it's going to be Wrecker, don't play no games, and
that's it. Yep.
Wrecker,
boom, boom. Yeah, no, I had it right. They're not going to play the record track.
We don't play no games. Okay, I'm sorry. Should we play a piece of music that isn't what came out of my throat then?
I was just picturing Beavis and Butthead headbanging to that, but okay, whatever. Yeah. This next song, folks, is song is called Waves, and it's by a band called Sun Mahshene. You're waving. I get it.
I'm so funny.
You are hilarious. Ding 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 ding. Ooh, they're going to bring a keyboard player in for this.
To not do
progression.
I just like that because we're talking about the record track. We're not going to do the record track, but we're thinking of getting keys in for it. I just like the idea of they're just a guy waiting in front of a keyboard for a track that's never going to get played.
Well, I'm hoping for a horn section. Oh, man.
The next track is Rock the Rock. It's called The Rock.
Not Wrecker. No, I don't know. Okay. Yeah. Now, I don't know if we're going to have show and tell today, but last week we were talking about uncomfortable things on stage. And I talked about the shirt I used to wear on stage that was gold lame, but polyester plastic. And I told you guys I was going to show it to you this week, so I have it on standby.
I thought you were going to wear it, but
oh, good Lord. It would keep me warm down here because the thing had it did not breathe, it did not circulate air whatsoever. So on stage, I'd be like melting, you know. Two different conversations, yes. Well, if they're going to play... Huh?
Want to know what's fantastic? You want to know something that's absolutely fantastic?
Yes.
Where is it? Where is it? Oh,
Did you get more pictures of Wrecker in nylons?
I was just gonna say this.
Now, if he had big fuzzy Viking boots with that outfit, and the hat with the horns, that'd be great. I'd pay to go see that.
Hey.
There we go.
I love the fact that I've got that on speed though.
It's a 7-minute song about him getting his nylons on. It's wonderful. That's $350 a leg.
It's not even the song. It's just ASMR.
Just the sound. Hope he has to shave his legs first, man.
He did say he didn't shave, so yeah, it would be.
Oh, ouch. Well, first I have to comb my legs, then I put my stockings on. I love it.
No, he's a sadist. He does shave them, but he doesn't. He shaves them with number 1 just so it's like sandpaper.
Oh, great. I'm so happy he doesn't care too much if we pick on him.
I know. I feel like it is bullying.
Oh man. Wrecker don't shave them legs.
Wrecker don't shave those legs.
Them legs. Oh. We have too much fun, you know?
That was why he was from Mahshene. Craig finished me. Absolutely finished me. Wrecker don't shave no legs.
Wrecker don't shave no legs. He don't play no games. He don't shave no legs. There's a rap coming here. He don't lay no eggs.
He don't lay no eggs. He don't lay no eggs. I don't know. I mean, like, I reckon he could lay a couple of eggs.
As long as he lifts his skirt up, I guess it'd be okay. But yeah,
what
he's not wearing
what skirt? What skirt?
I'm telling you, man, that and the fuzzy boots.
Oh dear. We be.
Oh man,
we been talking times. That was good timing.
That was some good timing.
That was perfect timing.
Yes.
I really did.
Wasn't somebody talking earlier in the chat box about if our show is entertaining or not? Well, there you go. That was it.
Yeah, that's the entertainment for the night.
That was it, ladies and gentlemen.
Just an awkward photo that we managed to come across of one of our listeners. Yes,
ladies and germs.
Man.
Okay, so we've touched on we've touched on how long your song should be a little bit. You know, if you want to have like a single length song or something a bit more long and drawn out and epic.
I think that's simple. Like, if you want to get access to a lot of kind of radio stations or podcasts, you're probably going to have to do some radio edits. If that doesn't bother you and you're insistent that your track should be listened to in full glory, do that, just knowing that it's probably only going to get played here.
Yeah, that's true. I don't think anybody's listening to Cluckzilla on Spotify. Well, they might be. I guess I could check the stats on that, but...
Have a look. I have a feeling that you'd be more surprised than you think.
Well, I've told you before, the songs that get played more than anything else are the heavy metal polka. Heavy metal polka number 1, definitely, and heavy metal cowboy is a second. So those songs
it might have something to do just with the name. I mean, heavy metal search.
Yeah,
you see.
Yeah. Those songs have legs apparently. So anyway, so there's that.
And don't feel bad about that. Weird Al has made a living off it.
You know, it's funny when I very first started out in XRP and I wrote a lot of music like that. I was like the weird Al Yankovic of XRP radio. The problem was I really didn't want to be known for that here, so I had to start writing some serious stuff. You know, which I still might think is funny too. I don't know.
He's slightly weird out referencing this picture. Said I actually had a guy ask if you could get a picture of me that night. He thanked me and left saying that's going in the spank bank.
Right in the spank bank.
What's it like, Alan, to know that you have probably been masturbated over and not in the way that you wanted?
Wait a minute, not in the way that he wanted?
Well, I mean, like
a certain way that you want guys to masturbate over your pictures.
I mean, not guys specifically.
Oh, okay, well, I'm just trying to clarify your point.
You know, I mean, I don't think we'd be massively upset if our other halves did that, but like, if it was, I'm trying to think of.
Be careful, we're going down a slippery slope here, so to speak.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to go for like Jimmy Savile, Michael Jackson. I thought I'd just leave it there and just walk away from that conversation.
Like I always say, what's that got to do with rock and roll?
Talking about releases and releasing lengths of music, Craig.
Well, that was releasing.
Why, when you've made a track called Blink of an Eye, is it actually not a blink of an eye? It's 4 minutes and 34 seconds long. What was your choice behind your length of this track that we're about to play?
Well, the thing with that, it just kind of came out that way. It's 408 because that's what the lyrics stopped. how's that for an answer? I ran out of words. I only had so much to say.
I really hope this track finishes with, and this is the last word.
No, sorry, I should have. No, the last song I ever write will end like that. This is the last. That'll be it. Well, didn't I write something called the last verse or the final verse or something? That's supposed to be what that is.
Yeah, and then
you
decided not to.
How many times do I quit and come back? 2?
Many.
Third Bridge, I said, here's the last song. Hey, here comes down Drama the Blue. You know,
I mean, you're starting to act like a Kiss tour now, mate. To be honest,
hey, if I'm getting paid accordingly, I'm fine with that. But I doubt I am. You know, I mean, actually, it's kind of a funny story. So actually, someone did purchase Blink of an Eye off of my Bandcamp, and I thought it was great. He was kind enough to give me $3 for it, and my cut was $2.42. So I'm putting that in the Let's Buy a Corvette fund.
Okay.
You know, so that's
how much have you got in that fund?
Yeah, that goes into my Rockstar fund. So
how much have you got in that fund? $2.
Oh, that fund right now. So far this year, probably about $7.63, something like that.
Bargain.
You know, but no, Blink of an Eye was pretty much just Blink of an Eye is funny. I wasn't expecting to write a song. I was up in the Nook Friday night, and I had a sheet of paper, and I'm just kind of jotting down a few things, and I thought to myself, as an older guy, maybe I should write a song that talks about your life and how quick everything kind of goes zip. You look back at it, and you go, what in the hell just happened? And I had the whole thing done like in an hour and a half. And it's like I picked up an acoustic guitar, the chords just fell. It goes right down the scale, you know, A, you know, D, C, blah, blah, blah. It's very basic, you know. But the thing about the song was, and I've talked about this to a few people now, I was all set to do a whole entire band treatment of this, right? It was going to have drums, bass, keys, blah, 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 blah. And once I got down here and I plugged everything in, I looked at it and I go, this song needs just to be an acoustic guitar and a vocal. And that's it.
I thought you were going to say then you got down to the studio and you realized that you didn't have a bubba bubba to play.
I didn't have a bubba bubba bubba. Well, I have there's all kinds of bubba buzz down here, you know. But so yeah, and I think you know it pains me to do that because if I just sing in one guitar, you get to realize what a horrible singer I am. So I don't have layers of track to kind of mask that problem.
Hide behind.
Yeah, to hide behind. So anyway, so I suppose you want to play that then? Is that what you're hinting at, or you want to
Well,
continue our conversation?
I think we should. I mean, we talked about the length of the time of the track. We said
Yes.
it took you an hour and a half to create. It's almost
did.
like you knew what the topic was before you made this track.
I kind of did this time, which is kind of funny. But like I said, it kind of popped out of
You did.
nowhere. You never know what the muse is going to do. It just boop. Here's a song. Yeah, no.
Anyway, introduction, sir.
This is it right here. This is blink of an eye.
I thought that was gonna be it. This is it right here.
Nope, that's not it. This is it right here.
This is it right here.
This is it. Oh, funny.
I chase the sunrise every morning with a clock and a coffee in my hand. Dreams on my back like luggage, always running, never where I stand. I built my kingdom brick by brick, never stopped to see the sky turn gold. Every victory felt so big, now every year just feels so old. Thought that I had forever, turns out forever flies. 'Cause life goes by in the blink of an eye. One breath, one laugh, and it's all goodbye. I was too busy living just to stay alive. Life was passing me by. Now I'm counting the stars in a quiet sky.
Very
Trying to
Disney.
hold on to what slipped by.
It's not Disney.
It's very Disney.
It's not even.
You did see Moana singing this on a boat.
You said that before on Tagged, and I'm like, no, it's not.
Disney.
Her guitar would get all wet. She'd be on a boat and then it'd get all full of the ocean. It wouldn't work. Now, the nice thing about this click track, there's no click track. This is just going for it.
I walked past rivers without listening. Never felt the
Ooh,
grass
yeah.
beneath my feet.
You still awake?
I missed 1,000
Just
little
Been an hour.
because I was chasing something bigger than me.
Billy Joel, I never thought of that.
Right there beside me, but I kept saying, not tonight. Now her picture's on the dresser, and I talked to her in candlelight. Thought that I had forever, turns out forever flies. 'Cause life goes by in the blink of an eye. One breath, one laugh, and it's all goodbye. I was too busy living just to stay alive.
Walt Hecht. Yeah.
That sounds way more uncomfortably German than it needs to be. What Hecht?
What Hecht? What Hecht?
Trying to hold on.
Craig was just
to
trying to
what's
reach
by.
something
Once I
that's
live in
just
my truth.
off screen.
Yeah, I got stuff at top.
Just to something.
Well, this is new. I've never been compared to Billy Joel before. This was interesting. Yeah, Springsteen, I can see. I thought about that too.
Billy Joel is not my lover. He wears a tie, and I know he's not the one.
Oy.
Don't care who's rich or
Whoops.
poor. It gives everyone its glow. I finally see
Yeah, I should do a piano
how
version of
small
this.
I am in a universe
You're
wide
the
and
piano
wide.
man.
Yeah,
Funny how it takes a
it
lifetime
does kind of have that rhythm, doesn't it?
to learn
We
how
had to sing
live
that
like
chorus
a
literally on
child.
repeat
Piano man.
because we had a rather over-the-top gay music teacher in my school
Yeah,
who's an
Yeah.
amazing piano player who like played his hotels
one
and
breath,
lounge
one
piano.
laugh, and it's
Yeah.
all
But, like,
goodbye.
At the end of every
If I
lesson, it'd be like,
had
right, we're singing
one
Piano
wish
Man now.
before
And we
I
just did
go,
that sing
I
us
tell
a
my
song, you're
younger
the piano
self what I
man.
know.
Sing us a song
To watch the
tonight.
sunset,
We're in
feel
a
the
mood for a
rain,
melody.
hold every
And
love.
it's feeling alright. One more time, man! Sing us a song, you're over like 20 times in a row.
'Cause life goes by in the
Funny.
blink of an eye.
Blink of the blinks of death. Blink of an eye. Craig Allen Hecht here on XRP Radio.
I should have wrote that. Blink of a.
Blink of a pie.
Ah,
A piece of the pie from Craig Allen Hecht.
Another example of the power of the Rode 1A condenser microphone, ladies and gentlemen. Just stuck that in front of the acoustic and the way it went.
Industry standard.
You hardly have to. You don't have to EQ it or nothing, man. It just sounds good flat.
I spent years going from studio to studio to studio, hiring places to do production, and there was always a Rode NT1A. Always.
Yep.
Always.
Yep.
Always.
Yep. I use this thing. Oh, it's right here. I use it for everything. It's like my Swiss Army knife mic.
It's a stunning microphone. It's a stunning microphone. I quite like that. This is basically the SE version of it. It's an SE 2200. And it does the same job. I want an NT1A though. It's just like pull it in front of anything acoustic basically, and you're gonna violins. It's strings specifically, strings and vocals. It's made for.
Yeah, I used this when Jimmy Lander came down and put violin on that Temple of the Sun track, and it sounded great out of the box. I mean, I just put it in front of his violin, and it was great.
You have to do very, very little to it, and I don't know. It's a weird one. It's one of those condensers that you can crank up quite a lot, and you don't get much noise off either. You haven't just got room hiss all over it. It's you get a very clean signal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like I said, for acoustics down here, it's just wonderful because I don't really have amps down here. All my electric guitars are all straight into the board, because everything's modeled down here now. But so I really haven't used it for that.
It's one of those few mics that you don't really need to cross-play with as well. Like you can just put that vaguely pointed towards kind of the hole/neck area, and it will sound good. You don't need 8 mics, or you can use that and then just record your vocals with the same one, and away you are.
Yeah. I always heard like put it like right around the 12th fret and aim it towards the sound hole, and that seems to work great. Yeah. For a while there, I was plugging it in directly too, because it does have onboard pickups, and try to mix the two tones together, which is really unnecessary. But if you might have like a little bit of a tonal variance, it was nice for that. But
you'll get more of a rounded kind of full sound because your pickup will pick up the kind of bassy end of the guitar, whereas Rode NT1As are they're sparkle. They are sparkle mics. Yeah, they make everything. You put strings in it, and the strings really do sparkle.
Yep.
All right.
Yep. It's very true. All right. Well, that was cool. So that was wonderful.
Coming back to time, Rode NT1A might save you time.
Yeah, that's for sure. It sure does. I mean, you just plug it in and it works. I like things you just plug in and they just work. Isn't it wonderful?
The wonder of technology.
You're not messing around with trying to put a microphone on the right spot of a speaker or a guitar bottom or something. Well, where is the sweet spot?
One thing I do miss, like playing with that though. I remember the very, very early days of mixing with my friends in our bedrooms, kind of thing. And we'd have the little Marshall practice amps, and we'd be playing with microphones just to try and get the right perfect sound out of it. And I do miss that kind of experimentation side of things, which there is a lot less of in the fully digital world.
That's true. Well, we've talked about that before on our show. Like you were like making drums out of smacking a piece of like leather furniture with a wooden stick or a belt or something.
It was the slap from a bed on a leather office chair is the famous snare.
And like I've always said too, I really think that sometimes, if you limit how much gear you have or limit how much, your options, it makes you more creative, in terms of trying to find different sounds.
I want to spin that on its head a little bit and say the important thing is to have an audible direction in your mind. So quite often people kind of sit down with these massive libraries and stuff, and they let sounds or loops inspire their creative direction. Now, for instance, with that snare, in my head, I knew what snare I wanted to have. It wasn't like I was walking around and being like, oh, I I'm gonna try hitting my hand off a desk, and then I'm gonna try this. Like in my mind, I thought leather has a good snap. Wood is going to hit it well. It needs to be flat. It can't be a drumstick. This will create the crack because I wanted a solid crack for it. So I knew I had an idea of how to make that sound before I got to it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think people are doing that less and less these days. They're finding sounds that they like and then constructing a song around that, rather than making a song that they want to make and going, this is the correct sound for this process. James Doyle just mentioned it's great to have a toy shop and find what you want. I think it's important to start directing and looking for what you want rather than scrolling banks for inspiration.
I think I have like an idea. Sometimes what I call looking for a certain song, you stumble across something else that you never know. You go, much better. You have that happen as well.
Yeah.
A new project, and he has a big launch studio, and he has thousands of sounds. It's so like.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's all a curse. We talked about this before. You have to have too many, really. It can be a curse too.
Definitely. I think one of my biggest issues is when you first sit down, when you've just so happened to pre-organized creative time can be awkward, because you've gone, right, I've managed to carve this amount of time out on Sunday at 3 till 8 o'clock. I've got time to make a tune, and you sit down, and in most studios, the first thing that you realistically sit in front of is a MIDI keyboard. You've got your keyboard, you got your mouse, but most people have got a MIDI keyboard on their desk. And the first thing you start doing is go into your sampler banks and just go meh, 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 and just going through sounds. And that's dangerous.
It is. Oh, James Doyle says I sound like an alien now.
Yeah, you kind of lost a bit of. It says your connection is poor. You have red bars on your connection, but it's better now. Sorry. You went a little bit robot for a little bit, but over halfway through the show, we should probably start playing some more of these tracks as well.
I mean, it has been a really interesting conversation this week, for sure. But yeah, you're right. We should do some more music. Anyway, the next song up is called "Letters to Nowhere" by Zander Parks. This is a cool song.
Hey, I don't know why I'm doing this, but talking feels better than sitting in the quiet. I'm fine mostly. The house is still standing, even if it doesn't feel like I fit inside it. I still talk out loud sometimes just to make the room feel less empty. Feels silly, but silence hits harder. When you've hurt someone, you missing it. I'm not expecting this to reach you. It's just easier to breathe when I pretend it might. So these are just letters to nowhere, little truths I couldn't keep in. Half the things I never said, and half I didn't know where to begin. If this message ever finds a place, even just the air outside, just know I never stopped hoping you were safe on the other side. I miss the small stuff the most, like the way you cleared your throat before speaking. All those tiny habits I brushed off, and now the things that keep me from sleeping. And yes, some nights land heavy, I'll catch myself turning my head expecting you in the doorway with that look you gave when you were trying not to let me see the dread. And I know it's foolish, but I still send signals, little taps, little words, my own kind of remorse code, trying to say everything I never could. I know it's just old patterns, but they still cut deep for a moment. These are just letters to nowhere. Me trying to stay steady, trying not to spill the parts I'm still not sure I'm ready to
Oh fuck, I'm apparently not a true music fan.
Why not?
Jack White from the White Stripes says you can't call yourself a true music fan if you don't love Bob Dylan and the Beatles.
I can't stand Dylan. The Beatles I love now, but it's years. When I was in high school, I hated them.
I mean, on the plus side, I can't stand Jack White, so...
I know Seven Nation Army, man. That's about it. Another band I hated when I was a kid was Yes. And finally later on, I go, these guys are really good. It took me about 20 years to figure that out.
Nothing tidy, nothing planned. Just me down here learning who I am, without your voice to hold my hand. If this ever brushes past you, I'm sorry for the blame. I'm sorry for the anger and all the fire I fed with your name. These are just letters to nowhere. The pieces of me I can send. Nothing perfect, nothing brave.
Nothing great.
And if my words somehow reach the dark, don't think of what I've become. Just know I never stopped writing these letters to nowhere. To someone I love.
You hit on a really good point there. I hate how some of these pop stars have to have all these over the top runs.
Yeah. Let us know where Zander Parks. We're talking about the vocal styling on that. Craig just mentioned it's nice to not have something with that so much pop music at the moment has over the top vocal acrobatics on.
Oh, it does.
And you know what? In one or two songs or on stage, yeah, show off a little bit. But oh, Craig's signal is not great. What did you say, Craig? Oh, we're really losing Craig at the moment. Yeah. If you can hear me, it might be worth just doing a reset fresh and getting back in. What up? What? Okay, Craig will be back in a second. It looks like he's just lost a bit of internet there. But yeah, it's really nice to not have these over-the-top vocal acrobatics like slathered all over a track. It's nice to have just some things that show that that she is good at vocals. The held notes, the small slurs. You know, gotta love a little pitch shift, a vocal shit pitch, a vocal shit pitch. Oh dear, Craig's probably back now.
I am. Hello.
There you go. You've got
am I better?
All green bars now, Craig.
All right, I just refreshed and just came back. So there we go.
Green bars. We good.
All right, green is good. Okay. Yeah, Wrecker says, Craig, you're lagging again. You mean like in general? Yeah, I've been lagging since I got home today. It's been one of those busy.
We did both say, like, he had a busy day. I had one of those days that were kind of busy. Ooh, Craig, we're losing you again. Is your missus downloading like films or something?
Doesn't be
Yeah, we know.
Yeah,
Just a little. We've got a little. It just says that your bit rate connection is like 13 kilobytes a second,
say what?
and
right,
mine
what?
is 926. So
In that case, talk to the nice people.
I'm going to talk to the nice people. I'm going to play some of the music from the people that are here whilst we fix stuff. Hold on for a minute. Hey, thank you, Rekka.
Just fooling around. Well, I was playing a real good. Girl in every town. And then the day I met you, well, it changed my life. You give me all that I wanted. Much more besides. Hey, girl. You made me the man I am. Hey girl, I wouldn't be the man I am without you. Without you, hold on, I'm coming back with you. Hold on, I will be there for you. I spent a weekend drinking and getting in fight. I took up with trouble, stay out all night. But you give me the chance to change my ways. Well, I was such a little girl, 'cause I threw it all away. Hey girl, you made me the man I am, and I am. Hey girl, I wouldn't be the man I am without you. Without you, hold on, I'm coming back for you, baby. Hold on. I'll be there for you. I'll be there for you. Hold on. I can't take my eyes off you. My eyes on you, baby. Hold on. But baby, you know it's true. Well, you know that it's true. Just hold on.
Well, what do you have this time?
We've got more at the moment. We've got 700 at the moment.
I tried a different browser. I totally shut everything down and rebooted.
I think you need to select your mic.
Oh,
I think it might be for your computer mic, isn't it?
How's that? Better?
Much better.
Okay. Well, let's try this then for a while. I went back in through Chrome. Usually I use Edge.
Edge is Chrome, just rebranded.
Yeah. Well, it's funny. It's like OneStream Live forces me to use Edge. I don't know why.
Hold on, Rekka here on XRP Radio, one of our most loyal, regular chatters in whatever this show has turned out to be.
What has the show turned out to be?
I don't know.
It's an exercise. It's an exercise in lag. Talk about time. My time won't keep up apparently today.
Talking about time, James Doyle shared something from well, past to present, as it were. He says, went to a gig and saw all the 18-year-olds were dressed like me and my friends in the early 2000s. Kid with long curly hair in a camo coat, blue baggy jeans and glasses mentioned Spike Direction to me. James pointed out he was dressed as Spike just as he walked through the door, introduced him to himself from 2005, and all had a chuckle.
That's funny.
Yeah, I shared a similar story, which was more depressing, where I was in Foot Locker and a group of 18-year-olds told me I was too old for the shoes that I'd picked.
Do you guys have Hot Topic over there? Store? Hot Topic?
I don't think it sounds familiar, but I don't think it's popular.
Yeah, it's all like, like anime shirts and figures and action figures. You get to a certain age, it's just embarrassing to walk in there because you look in there and I'm too old. Because it's all this anime you've never heard of and all these characters and whatnot. You kind of turn out, you just turn around and walk out embarrassed.
What?
What in the name of God was that?
My soundboard has just gone.
See, first my internet speed goes down, now your soundboard's messed up.
It seems to be that this time of the year where things go wrong. The database went wrong a couple of weeks ago. It's just the time of the year, and it is something that we should say to everyone that's listening at the moment. From next week,
oh yeah,
in America, we will be an hour earlier.
Right.
For 3 weeks due to daylight savings time. Just to explain it, the States changed their clocks an hour earlier, 3 weeks in advance of Europe, basically. So that happens.
So that means I'll be clocking into work an hour earlier than on Wednesdays?
Fingers crossed. If you don't, then it will just be the Aunt Tiz show.
Yes, the blank and Tiz show.
Just the Aunt Tiz show.
Okay. Love it. It works out nicer for me. I get a chance to have dinner a little bit earlier. That's fine.
I'm not going to force you. We can't. No, because we have to at least go after Cass.
I know. I mean, that's fine. It's not a problem. I mean, it's the Craig and Tiz show. We just can't have the and Tiz show.
We could find I'll just get a little puppet Craig.
Can we make like a stuffed doll version of the Craig character, in their intro video?
I would love that.
A little 3 foot tall guy with a big fat head and a little body, and
I would absolutely love that.
Yeah.
The only problem is whenever soft toy of real people things are made, they look like you need an exorcist.
Well, that's not too far from the real thing, really. I know. Don't bash yourself. Yeah, other people will be happy to insult you. Yeah,
we got James bashing himself in the chat box as well. No bashing.
Well, it's okay to be. What's the word I want? Self-depreciating. Is that the word I want? Where you pick on yourself? Self-depreciation.
Self-deprecating.
That's the word I want. Damn, I knew self-depreciation. I think I invented a new word there.
You're worth less as time goes on. The more miles on your clock.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. I'm going to get us back on track by playing some James Doyle, and then we'll return to some kind of normality. Now we've got Craig back with Signal.
Yep, great. Self-defecating. Yeah, there you go, Booms.
His feet, baby, got his feet. as it launched their ship, the arcade. Don't they know we own them? We own the world, we own the stars. We must protect our way of life. Protect our profit margins first. Corner cut won't make the slightest difference. Considering our finest minds, then taking the budget option. Skim a little off the top, I'm sure that it will fly. Godspeed, Captain Falconer. Kiss the wife and kids goodbye. Godspeed, Captain Falconer. Take the quicksilver. Take the quicksilver and fly.
I might have my drink now.
You lost her drink.
I might have a drink.
That's not good.
It's not. It's usually your job.
I'm at the point where I'm putting my hands in my pockets to keep them warm. Both of my heaters blew out yesterday.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it's pretty cold in Icebox today.
Today we make some history. Who show those Marxist scum that they are nothing. Big Falcon will soon take flight.
I just love it when somebody else knows bands that I've heard of, and I keep thinking I'm the only person that knows who they are.
I'm saying, like, don't put it all on age. I do know an occasional one.
I mean, Hawkwind is great.
Steve Swindells, do you remember that name? He was the keyboard player.
Kind of, yeah.
He's done a lot of music. Yeah, briefly he was a keyboard player.
How's my signal?
Good at the moment, yeah. You've got green bars.
Weird.
I know it's just like, it looked like your bandwidth was getting used elsewhere for some reason. Like,
all there is me and Connie, and she's always watching YouTube, so it's always on.
Similar thing used to happen in the old broadcast when, like, my PlayStation would download an update.
You remember the old days when you had really slow internet and like you'd get like a game on PlayStation and like it would download overnight because it was so slow?
Yeah.
I remember that, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, when download games first came out, I couldn't see how they were going to last.
Yeah, I remember.
Like, the internet's going to have to get really fast, really quick, and then it fucking did.
And it did. I know. We have a brand new service provider now, so I'm waiting to see if they're going to start offering me faster speeds for not so much more money. We'll see. But I'll take them. Yeah, 2000 took 3 days. Yeah, God, dial up. Wow.
Yeah, I remember I got Final Fantasy 11 online, and I was allowed an hour. Oh, here we go. Launch of the Quicksilver, James Doyle here on XRP Radio, just rewarding some of the people that have joined us in the chat box. Talking of speed, internet speeds, I guess that's got something to do with time. I was just
It does.
telling Craig, just to go into a bit of geek time as well. I got my parents got me Final Fantasy 11 online, and it was ridiculous back then because you had to pay £30 a month for AOL internet. Yes, I had AOL. Don't talk to me about it. £30 a month for the subscription to Final Fantasy 11 online. But then on top of that, I only had an hour's worth. I was only allowed to be on the internet for an hour a day, and then my brother got an hour. And it took half an hour just to connect to the fucking Final Fantasy 11 server.
Yeah, I'll bet.
So I'd have to set it up and then walk away. I'd have dinner, and then I'd have half an hour to play Final Fantasy 11 online.
Yeah, no, back when I started out, I had a 2400 baud modem. I had AOL. I had an Apple IIe with 128K of RAM, and I had double 5 1/4 inch floppy drives. But mine was all tricked out. I had the Apple graphics tablet, was this big tablet with a wire you could draw on that. Yeah. Then I had the hardware synthesizer boards in there too. And I was like, yeah, man, times have really changed. I remember when the Macintosh came out, that was a big deal.
You have mail. Sorry.
You have mail. Yes, exactly.
You have mail.
Yep. Yeah, booms. Yeah, the handshake, definitely. Yep.
Yeah.
Wow.
Aggravating. When your ping was like 800 and you thought that was good.
Well, I remember when the screens were either green text or yellow text. There wasn't color yet.
I was luckily just beyond that. The first machine, the PC machine that I ever got on was a Compaq with Windows 3.1.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's going. And then back then the Radio Shack TI-99 was a big computer for at home.
Yeah.
We're talking way back.
What you got? Then we got another Compaq. My parents that the Windows 3.1 was what my school had, and it was a stupid situation. They did computer club, but they only had one computer in the whole school, and there was about 30 kids that wanted to do it, and it was an after-school club for 2 hours, and everyone got like 10 minutes, if that, like 7 minutes on it, and you had to do it in pairs. And we basically just like drew shit on paint for 7 minutes, and then colored in sheets.
Yeah,
that was computer club.
Oh, I think we've talked about this before, Tiz. Where you get the computer magazines, you have like a program, like on pages, you got to type the whole thing in.
Oh, that was way back.
Yeah,
get them for the Spectrum and the ZX81.
Right.
Yeah, in fairness, that was all. That wasn't even green. That was like black on grey. It was the worst thing to look at ever. The kind of back screen for the ZX81.
Yeah, I had a good friend of mine started out with a little Sinclair. I mean, it was so primitive compared to now.
I've still got it. It's somewhere around there. I've still got my.
Do you really?
My Spectrum 128K Spectrum built in tape deck.
Yep. Then they came out with the color one. That was a big deal. Also, it's in color now, And then they had the Atari,
the Spectrum Plus 128K.
Right.
Yeah, that one's color. I had the old ZX81, the one that was like this big with the rubber keys.
Yes.
Then you had to plug in the tape deck to it.
Remember the Atari computers, the 400 and the 800? Had the membrane keys as well? Yeah.
Wow. My mate had an Atari with Championship Manager on it, and that's all he did his whole life.
Used to be a game on there called Star Raiders. I just loved that to death. That was a cool game. But yep. An arcade and pediatrics, James. That sounds fantastic for the kids.
That's awesome. I have seen a few with like games lounges. They've just got like an Xbox and a PlayStation set up in there, and all the kids can go chill. And
yep,
it's good.
Also, if we're going to start doing geek time a little bit, have you seen the news about Xbox? I mean, Microsoft might be getting rid of the Xbox now or phasing it out after the new leadership they have now.
You read those stories yet? It's a bit of a coin flip because originally the original rumor was that they were going to have Steam inbuilt into all Xboxes to bridge that gap.
Right.
And now it seems like they're like, well, if we're using Steam, that's on PC, so why the fuck are we making Xboxes?
I know.
Which I do understand. It's going to be interesting to see if they follow through with it. I think Xbox has got such a strong amount of people behind it. They're going to have to rebrand gaming PCs as like an Xbox gaming PC, kind of like Alienware did.
Yeah.
Or the ROG stuff. You know, but like, I think if they just go without it and then just try and say, well, our PCs do the same thing. Like, console gaming is a niche for people that can't be fucked to fuck about with all this stuff. Just plug in games, happy days.
It's true.
PC gaming is a whole fucking thing, and you constantly. I do like the idea of constant, like, you never go out of date if you're happy to constantly upgrade. But like, so we got the kid a gaming PC, and we've realized just to move it forward, it's just such a massive outlay that I kind of just want to buy him a console now and then buy him a new one in 5 years when the new one comes. You know what I mean?
I do. I mean, my God, those graphics cards are getting so expensive now for the really big horsepower ones. It's crazy.
Yeah, and the problem is you need, like, it's not just buy a new graphics card. You need the box, the fans, the power out. Like, it's not just like back in the day. It was just switch out your graphics card, switch out your RAM, switch out your hard drive. Simple, easy, no big mechanics and that. But now you've got to have cooling systems and blah blah blah. No, yeah, so no.
Yeah, definitely. Anyway. Well, should we back to the topic, or do you want to continue geeking?
I don't have much to geek. I've been playing more Final Fantasy VII Rebirth recently. I'm now I've put about 80 hours into it so far. So we're actually getting somewhere. A lot of you may remember, like a year ago when I got it, I was like, I did half an hour. Put it down because I had something else to do. So I've put some decent time into that. That's been good. We've been playing Ratchet and Clank All for One as a family. If you need. And you can play that online with people as well. It's a 4-person online co-op platform.
Right.
It's an old one, but it's brilliant. It's got good replayability as well. You got to upgrade your guns and whatever. But yeah, it's kind of, you know, old school Crash Bandicoot Spyro the Dragon with some upgrades, a little bit faster paced and a little bit more fun to play. Great game to play with a kid. So yeah, that's kind of the two main geeky things that are going on. I want to shout out for, has anyone seen the new smart bricks that Lego are bringing out?
Yep, sure have.
So there's the fight in the Death Star between Luke and Darth Vader, and like you can move them and the lightsabers clash and stuff. It's very, very cool. And there's one that goes in like an X-wing, and as you move it around, so they're like motion censored, so it'll go.
Yeah.
So it's like it's got the same kind of technology in it, like the lightsabers do, like the Disney lightsabers. So etc. So that's cool. The downside to them, they've been quite serious. So they've brought out all these smart play sets. Right. And there's about 15 sets, and only about 3 of them actually have the smart brick in them. But you can't buy the smart brick separately.
Oh, of course.
So, like, I think the cheapest way to get a smart brick is still quite expensive. And then if you want multiple of them, you have to buy the full sets.
That's how they
being a little sneaky, yeah, a little sneaky. But I'm very excited, and we probably will have one, obviously.
Well, cool. You have to have it for show and tell when you get one.
Yeah, I think that's it for geek time as such, though.
My geeky thing on my end, I've been searching out old PlayStation 2 games that I don't have on my big hard drive.
Oh, okay.
There's a couple of them that kind of got under my radar. There was a game called World Destruction League, Thunder Tank or something. Yeah, it was like it's like a game show, but it's tanks. You know, kind of like Running Man, but it's tank battles. Then they also made a sequel called War Jets, where it's the same concept, but you're flying jets shooting at each other. Anyway, I found both of them on eBay for like $5 a piece because I like stupid stuff like that. You know, it's kind of like Twisted Metal, but you have tanks instead. So I have that coming. But otherwise, nothing. I've been doing a lot more music. You know, I always go back and forth between music and gaming, and I've really been doing more music lately. So
I wish I could say that. I've just been,
you know,
overwhelmed doing nothing, I guess, is the only way that I can put my situation. Like, I got up and all I've really done is cooked, cleaned, tidied, you know, nothingness, did the promo for the show. but I haven't stopped. I haven't sat down for 5 seconds. I tried to watch the on Netflix. There's a film called The Book of Clarence, and it's a comedy about a guy that's trying. So like Jesus exists, and he's with his 12 disciples, and Clarence is basically like, yeah, I could do that. I'll give that a go. Basically, and that's the film. It's funny. I've seen little bits of it so far, and it seems really quite funny. But again, yeah, press play on that. Watched about 10 minutes of it, and then did stuff for half an hour, and then watched another 10 minutes of it. And yeah, it's one of those days. One of those days.
Yeah, that's okay. It kind of sounds like the life of Brian.
It's similar, less slapstick Monty Python humor, more kind of. Oh no, he didn't just say that. Kind of.
Okay.
You know, let's just say the all the characters are in it are more correctly cultured than are in normal Bible films.
Okay, we'll go with that.
I tried to make that as PC as possible.
Yeah.
The characters ain't white, basically.
Oh, they ain't white folks. Okay, got that.
They ain't white folks. They're the color that they were most likely. Jesus is the color that he probably was.
I think he's supposed to be. I understand.
I'm not going to say he's supposed to be. I'm not opening that fucking can of worms.
Not on this show.
No. I'm going to say
so we got
that he was most likely to be.
Likely to be, yes. Very good. So we have 20 minutes to go and 3 songs.
We should probably play one of them at least.
I think we probably should do that, eh?
Next
is Faith and Belief by the Nigel Purcell Trio.
Was it not meant to be Katmandino? I don't mind.
No, Katmandino was the next one.
And then Edgend.
And then after that, Edgend. Which is like legend. They couldn't afford an L.
They couldn't afford an L.
Could not afford an L. No L.
I didn't expect you to be here, but you turned up, of course. The sun is descending in a cloudless sky.
You know what's an interesting tidbit? For me, anyway. Listen to Nigel sing here. He very much reminds me of Christopher Brown from Sun Can Leave.
Oh, yeah.
He sounds just like him to me.
I can hear that,
yeah.
In faith and belief.
And the nice thing is, after how busy I was today, I have nothing on the schedule tomorrow. Yay! It's only a day off.
I didn't expect you to be here, but you turned up, of course. The sun has disappeared, twilight as it starts. I'm still standing here.
Yeah, I get that.
Maybe it's because I've heard so much Something Leaves. I don't know, but
could be.
It sounds just correct.
On.
I know that you said this, I know that you wrote that, I know you said this much.
I like the fact that the drums are like a little lazy on the beat.
They're a little behind, yeah.
In this simple truth, what has always been.
You think any studios record bands like together in a big room anymore?
They do. There's quite a few that have like live room setups to do just that. I haven't heard any. I'd say the last probably that I've heard was the session that Elements of Zarbu's old band or current band did. They did like a session live in the studio that was just recorded as is.
Yeah, because I was thinking like with DAWs and stuff, I'm just imagining everything being isolated.
With sorry, that was Faith and Belief Nigel Purcell trio. Craig just popped up with a question. Are there many people that do like the full band set up live in a studio style recording where everyone's playing together? It seems to be that there's like it's something that's done quite often by big bands. They do the Abbey Road set, the Abbey Road live set, that kind of thing. Not so much for independent bands, and with live and with DAWs and live production the way it is now, I would expect most bands would just record their stage set rather than go in the studio and record a live set. Is what I'd expect, because the quality isn't going to be masses of different. And if you want to give them that live sound, it just feels a little bit better with an audience, you know, claps and screams and shouts in the background.
Well, sure.
So I think people have lent, because we get quite a few live on the stage kind of sets here and there. But yeah, I wouldn't expect many independent bands to go for a live recording if it's not on stage.
Yeah. Well, I know back in the day, you'd have a band set up like in their live configuration in a big room, then put overdubs on top of that.
Oh yeah, I mean, I've seen, like, again, you see these Abbey Road sessions where basically every musician's in their own room, or they've got the big plastic or perspex panels around them and stuff, and everyone's segregated.
Yeah, baffles, right? Yep.
Yeah. But yeah, I'd just expect it just to be a lot of effort for the same result that you'd get on stage at that level. Like later on, you could get, I mean, if you had the money to do an Abbey Road live thing, you're going to get the best sound, and it's going to be very good, and it's going to be the best interpretation of you on the stage on a physical media, as it were.
Right.
Quite often, it's what my dad always says this about Sound of the Sirens. We love Sound of the Sirens live, and the music is good on CD, but you lose something. There's a lot of depth that is lost on their CDs, and we always wanted a live album from them. We still want it now, just to play before you go to the gig. You know what I mean? There's nothing worse than getting hyped up for a gig and expecting something, and then playing a CD that's a little bit. It's not flimsy, but it's flimsy compared to what you want, if that makes sense.
I do. Like what your expectation is.
Yeah. If you're getting hyped up and you want that big live sound, and you get just a really sweet night, and it is nice, very well produced, very well recorded. Apparently Maiden do their records live, then re-record parts still. I know Kilburn used to do that, so it was a big live ghost track, and a lot of bands do actually do this side of things. So they'll record a ghost track, but it's not the best sounds. It's just to get the whole song in one. And then they'll delete the drum track, and the drummer will go over it, so everything's in time, kind of thing, and you get the fills just perfect. And then you just kind of keep re-recording. That's how we were I was taught to start recording in college, and that ghost track first, and then record over it, and then you might even record over it 2 or 3 more times, because the drummer will play to that original ghost track and it'll be a little bit loose, and then the guitar will fill it in so it's a bit tighter, and the drummer will go back and go, actually, now that's better, I can play it tighter. And you end up doing like 5 or 6 takes back and forward. That's if you have full control. You can't really do that if you've paid for studio time, and you're like, because quite often you go into a studio and it'll be quicker. Okay, today's drum day, and we'll record all the drums for all 8 tracks. So you can't really do it in that kind of setting. But yeah, I do recommend if you're starting a track, the ghost track to start off with, and then replace everything even, but it gives you a good basis to record over. It's quite hard just to turn around to a drummer and go, just play the whole thing. No guitars, no bass, just play the whole track now. Get every fill right. Just play it.
Yeah,
very unlikely.
I still do that. I don't go back and edit anything. I do an entire song one time, one take, So I have to do the whole thing. I can't I'm not good enough editing wise to know how to punch back in and just. I mean, I can do like little parts here and there, but nothing major. So I kind of have to remember everything. You have to like memorize your own song.
Well, if I'm ever finger picking guitar, I have to do it all in one take, and it's quite funny if you listen very carefully to certain ones. Like I'm doing hammer-ons with my finger picking, and I've mixed it a bit, and I won't re-record that. I'll just go back in and play the one note. Dun, 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 and you'll just hear me go dun, 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 dun.
I do that with bass a lot. Yeah,
just punching one note, and sometimes I don't even delete the old one, so I'll just try and make it louder. So it's nice.
Just try to cover it up. That's Craig production there, man.
Put a big fucking plaster on it, especially if it's my own music. Yeah, if it's someone else's, then I'll go through.
That almost goes back to the old conversation about if you have a really good demo that has good energy, you just release the demo, because 9 times out of 10 you try to re-record the demo with the band, you can't get that same fire that you had in the original demo. I've done that. I've released demos. They have mistakes and shit, but they got more power to them. I've done that a lot.
I've known the other side as well. So like a band where one guy is the main producer and they've got the band hint, then they've literally just sat on their own and it's like, okay, I don't like that bass, I'll just play the bass myself. And it ends up it's just one person on the whole track.
Right. Yeah. Yep.
Just because like they've got it, they've set their tempo, they've set the click track.
So there's a documentary right now on Prime Video Network, the Amazon thing. It's a thing about McCartney, and it talks about when he started Wings after the Beatles and the pressure that the guys had in that band, because McCartney could play every instrument, right? He very literally could have done the entire album by himself, and you're hired as a side guy playing this guy's music. How do you live up to that expectation? And it's like, it was hard. They went through a lot of different people. I didn't know that. They had quite a bit of turnover because how do you do this guy's stuff when he can do it all himself and do it better than you?
Yeah.
A lot of pressure.
Yeah, I can't remember who the band was, but I had an audition at one point for like to be bassist of it's one of these like this person and the band kind of, these there. And I got to the interview, and he's like, "Oh, here's the music. Play this." Played it, and he goes, "Oh, that's pretty good. I'll do it a bit more like this." And I'm like, "Okay, great." And I could feel that he was like there was some control over it. And I've gone like dressing the same way that I've done for the past 25 years of my life. And I remember he was like, but you've got to gel with the band. I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, well, we've got to look. You can't be wearing your cap or like, see you later, bye. Hurrah!
Bye.
Yeah, not for me. Oh, we've got 10 minutes left. We've got 7 minutes of songs. Should we do the next one?
All right, cool. The next song is Fantastic by Katmandino.
Sorry to rush. Just looked up and was like 20 minutes. Oh, shit.
I'm starting to realize maybe I should have been keeping track of all the songs I've picked and all the time we've been doing this because I start repeating myself. Because some of those songs in the database look a little familiar to me now. It's like, I think I picked this year before.
I mean, we've tagged all the bands up at least, so it's just a case of looking through the latest statuses.
Right.
Giving you up is such a difficult thing to do, but it's long overdue, and I owe it to myself to see it through. Wrapped in plastic and left on the shelf, everything you love and that will help. Never thought it could be so drastic. It's fantastic.
That's really nice. They rhymed drastic and fantastic. Very, very well done.
I'm waiting for plastic.
It's got to be coming.
Sacrifice to keep the demons at bay. One small step into a brighter day. Giving you up. It's such a difficult thing to do, and was long overdue, and I owe it to myself to see it through. Wrapped in plastic, left on the shelf. Everything you love, that's for you now. Never thought it would be so drastic. It's fantastic, it's fantastic. Everything you love, that's for you now. Never thought it would be so drastic. It's fantastic, it's fantastic. Practice plastic, left on the shelf. Everything you love, that's for you now. Never thought it would be so drastic. It's fantastic, it's fantastic. Practice plastic, left on the shelf. Everything you love, that's for you now. Never thought it would be so drastic. It's fantastic, it's fantastic, it's fantastic, it's fantastic.
Fantastic. Katmandino here on XRP Radio. We're right at the end of the show, Craig.
Again.
I know. It
We're
flew
out of
by
time.
again.
We're out of time. See what I did there?
Yes. The show is about time and
Well
we're
done.
out of it.
Yes, we certainly are. But we'll come back again next week with some other wonderful topic. God knows what it is, but we'll figure out something.
We will indeed. We'll figure it out between now and then. And
Yep.
Craig will somehow have planned out a load of songs and things to say, even though he only found out the topic from when I posted it.
Yeah, I'll come up with something.
He's
I have
got
time.
weird skills. You have time. Whee!
It's our magic word. Like on the Muppet Show. Yeah, okay.
It has been a pleasure to entertain you all for the evening. We will be back same time next week. Well, it will be actually slightly different time for Americans. It will be an hour earlier if you're an
Yes.
American. Normal time if you're in Europe and the majority of the rest of the world.
Yes.
Fucking
So-
hemispheres, eh? I don't know.
So it'd be 2:30 to 4:30 Central Time next
There
Wednesday.
you go. So check that out. I will be back with ALC on Sunday with Submission Sunday. Again, that will be... Will it? Yes, that will be an hour earlier for America.
Americans.
The best thing to do is just keep an eye on XRP Radio socials at XRP Radio or join the Messenger group on Facebook, and we will literally tell you when we go live.
Yeah, it should, in my calculation, make it like 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. in the U.S. Central Time, I believe.
But I always fuck this up, so just look out for it. It's fine.
You know, why can't you live closer, man? We got the 6-hour gap. You know, come on.
Why can't you live closer?
You know, if I could leave here, you don't think I would?
My parents have just moved to Spain. It's within everyone's ability.
They're very smart people. Yeah.
Are you trying to say the only reason why you can't move is your intelligence? Because
No, that's not what I'm saying. No, it's my lack of funding, actually.
UK time next week will be 9:30 till 11:30 for the Craig and Tizz show, and 8 till 11 for the Submission Sunday on Sunday. Any final words?
My usual, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for those in the chat. Thank you for participating and giving us a few comments here and there. Always wonderful to see you all, and we will do this again next Wednesday.
Excellent. Great shows for your weekend. Check out Locked and Loaded and Hosting Under Insanity for your Saturday. And after tagged, is the Shea Garden. I believe after that, we're going to have the return of Archer's Blues Pit, believe it or not. So that's exciting. I don't know whether it's
Very
this week
nice.
or next week, but it's going to happen.
Very nice. Very nice. Looking forward to it.
Last track, Craig.
Last track is called Edge End by 3-1.
See you later, everybody.
Bye. All right.
Good show.
It was a really good show. Nice topic, sir.
Well, thank you. I didn't think I was going to make it, but I'm just about there.
Yeah, I was expecting you to ask me what I thought, and all of a sudden you just came out with one, and I go, "That's a great topic."
But to be honest, I had typed it and I just didn't press send, and then you said nice topic, and I thought, well, we're here now, so fuck it.
I guess I'm committed.
Yeah,
Funny.
yeah. I can't even remember. It's probably still in my messages to you.
Yeah,
I can't remember what I said.
that's okay.
I don't know.
Scared by all your lies. You kept me tethered to this fight. It's you who never realize. Beginnings are meant to come after an ending, but you keep pushing, never comprehending, always pretending. What happened to the time you wasted? Took too deep, now the roots are fading.
It's definitely got that Kerrang rock band sound.
Oh yeah.
Sacrifice for you. Convince myself I lose it all. You hated being stuck in my shadow. Before skin was the first effect. In your familiar stint, it's such a suit to you. It's surprising, so many faces meant to refuse. It's you who forever chose to change. What happened to the time you waited?
And for all those that have been watching us, again, it's been a pleasure to entertain you. Do come back next week. All of our previous shows are available on whatever you're watching us on now, whether it Twitch, Facebook, YouTube. Go back and check some of them out and listen to the crazy conversations that we've had with the past as well.
To say the least.
And yeah, we'll be back same time-ish next week, an hour earlier for you Americans. I'm back with ALC on Sunday.
Sunday. Funny cars.
See you later.
Goodbye.
Everybody.
So here we are again. Thanks for stopping by to listen to the good man and that old annoying guy. Do you ever wonder? Do you wanna see who are these men of mystery? Tizz lives in Scotland and runs XRP, a broadcasting legend. I'm sure you'll agree. Craig lives in a studio in the USA, working on music most every day. They come together at this time each week, a wondrous pairing of these two great geeks. So stop in the chat box and say hello, and listen in wonder to the Craig